And over the years, this has become our code of ethics at Think Round. And I learned that from these kids that I taught about the environment. And this was my way of learning to mythologize the environment and Earth as our home. And we taught for 20 years in the public schools in Southeast San Francisco about the precious nature of air, water, and soil. And when they are happy and healthy, then the plants, animals, and people can be. And we have a simple but sophisticated curriculum that pairs all of these subjects in science with art vocabulary. And as we're teaching art, we're teaching science about the planet and the ecology of the planet. And the reason this is so important in Southeast San Francisco is because Hunters Point Shipyard's there. There's 750 acres of waterfront property that has become fouled because of the naval shipyard there. And the kids had a lot of suspicion and fear and trepidation, and they could see this place from the playgrounds of their schools. So we, as a member of the Reuse Citizens Advisory Committee for Reuse of Hunters Point Shipyard, which I was appointed to by the mayor, we brought the information about the past, present, and future of the shipyard. And as the cleanup happens, then we presented that the kids would be able to have happy, healthy homes there and recreate and own businesses and so forth. Our second year curriculum is called KEEP, Kids Environmental Education Program, and we did field trips to various places throughout the neighborhood and to a water wetland in their neighborhood, the Opera House, the shipyard, and they got to meet everybody involved in the cleanup and reuse and have activities related to the environmental cleanup. Here they are digging for contamination in this mock soil sampling. And we built strong relationships with our political leaders. Pelosi has been an advocate of our programming for more than 20 years. And every year she brought certificates of appreciation to the congressional recognition to each school. And she took their anthologies about art and science and the science of the environment to the president every year, and she would stand on the stage and tell the kids that that's what was going to happen. And this is the most permanent piece we've done. This is the most recent public artwork we did with the kids. It's called Stream of Consciousness, and we tell the story of water in 24 chapters. And you can see that this ribbon that runs through is a rainbow, that there are 24 authors who've written about water, and the kids learned about, here's Moby Dick, and a quote by Melville, and here's the Owl and the Pussycat, and so forth. So these are and here's the DNA structure, which is 2 entwined snakes. It's quite fascinating. We have a 12-minute or 16-minute video on our website about it. And it's been installed as a bench back at this new park at Hunters Point Shipyard. And we're proposing that many other art projects like this, public art projects created by children, families, and residents in the impact zone of the shipyard, be included in the redevelopment of this magnificent property. So that they can have creative ownership and feel like they are included. So over these years, we've taught more than 4,000 children who learned the power of creativity and stewardship of the planet.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and the New York Times environmental science reporter, Jim Robbins, says we've been defying the rules of Mother Nature, and you can only do this so long before it's payback. And this quote came from an interview of him as the pandemic started. And he was asked, how can we restore the balance in nature? He says, fundamental ecological literacy should be taught in every school, because these ecosystems sustain us all. And he went on to say that we need to protect the earth and pay attention to the overcrowding, international travel, deforestation, and other causes of global warming. So those are things that we all have to raise our awareness about as we come in circle with Salma and think about sensorium, in my opinion, and how to provide solutions. And we have developed this lifelong learning. We've expanded our curriculum to a whole systems learning from the womb through retirement, so that kids, before they're born, the state of the womb is considered, and the environment that the mother and father present to the fetus is as important as what happens every night when the dad comes home or the mother comes home, and how the kids are treated. We want to protect them with love, trust, care, share, and allow, so that they know that they can protect themselves from no matter what kinds of tragedies or difficulties are facing them, whether it's in their home, which is something that happened in my life that has pushed me relentlessly into this kind of education, as well as in their community and in the country and the world. And right now, everybody's being stressed by COVID. So we have developed a curriculum that will take kids and then bring seniors into our classes, so that there's intergenerational learning, because we know that kids live longer. They have what do they call it? They have an edge, an environmental edge, to if they can interact with older people.